Europe is a land where time seems to slow down in its villages and small towns, where cobblestone streets, quiet squares, and centuries-old houses tell stories without words. In this journey through 25 of the most beautiful villages and small towns in Europe, we travel beyond busy capitals and famous landmarks to places where everyday life feels like a fairy tale. These destinations are not only visually stunning but also rich in culture, history, and local traditions that have survived for generations. Our journey begins in the heart of the Alps, where villages sit peacefully between snow-capped peaks and green valleys. In places like Hallstatt in Austria or Wengen in Switzerland, wooden houses reflect in crystal-clear lakes, and church bells echo softly through the mountains. Life here follows the rhythm of nature. Mornings start with mist rising from the water, afternoons bring hikers and photographers, and evenings glow with warm lights from cozy homes. These villages feel untouched, as if modern life has politely stepped aside. Moving south, the landscapes change, but the beauty remains. In Italy, small towns like Civita di Bagnorgio or Alberobello stand as living museums. Narrow streets twist between stone houses, flower-filled balconies hang over quiet alleys, and local cafes serve recipes passed down through families. Time feels different here. A simple walk to buy bread becomes an experience, filled with greetings from neighbors and the smell of fresh coffee drifting through the air. Along the Mediterranean coast, villages shine under golden sunlight. Whitewashed houses cling to cliffs in Greece, while colorful buildings line the waterfronts of Spain and France. In these towns, the sea is always present, sometimes calm and blue, sometimes wild and dramatic. Fishing boats sway gently in small harbors, and locals gather in the evenings to talk, laugh, and watch the sunset. These villages offer a sense of peace that is hard to find in larger cities. As we travel north again, medieval charm takes center stage. In France, Germany, and Belgium, small towns look like pages from a storybook. Half-timbered houses, ancient walls, and stone bridges create scenes that feel unreal. Walking through these towns, you might hear the sound of footsteps echoing on old stones, or the distant music of a street performer. Many of these places were built hundreds of years ago, and yet they continue to live, adapt, and welcome visitors from around the world. Eastern Europe offers a different kind of beauty, quieter and often overlooked. Villages in countries like Slovenia, Romania, and Poland are surrounded by forests, rivers, and rolling hills. Wooden churches, traditional houses, and local markets show a deep connection to the land. Here, traditions are not just remembered, they are practiced daily. Festivals, crafts, and folk music remain part of everyday life, creating a strong sense of community. In Scandinavia, small towns are defined by simplicity and harmony with nature. Colorful wooden houses line calm fjords in Norway, while coastal villages in Denmark and Sweden offer clean air, open skies, and peaceful harbors. Life here feels balanced. People take time to enjoy simple moments, like cycling along quiet roads or sitting by the water with a warm drink. These towns show that beauty does not need to be loud to be powerful. What makes these villages and small towns truly special is not only how they look, but how they feel. Each place has its own atmosphere, shaped by history, geography, and the people who live there. Some feel romantic and dreamy, others feel strong and timeless, while some feel warm and welcoming, like a home you did not know you were missing. Traveling through these places reminds us that beauty exists in many forms, often hidden in simple details. The slower pace of life in these towns allows visitors to connect more deeply with their surroundings. Instead of rushing from one attraction to another, you are encouraged to wander without a plan. You might discover a small church at the end of a quiet street, a viewpoint overlooking a valley, or a local bakery where the owner greets you like an old friend. These unplanned moments often become the most memorable. Nature plays a huge role in shaping these destinations. Mountains, lakes, rivers, forests, and seas are not just backgrounds but part of daily life. Many villages are built to respect and adapt to their environment, using local materials and traditional designs. This close relationship with nature creates a sense of harmony that modern cities often lack. Visiting these villages in 4K allows us to see details that might otherwise be missed. The texture of old stone walls, the movement of leaves in the wind, the reflection of sunlight on water, and the expressions on people's faces all come together to create a vivid experience. It feels almost like being there, walking through the streets and breathing the fresh air. These 25 villages and small towns represent only a small part of Europe's hidden beauty, but they show why the continent continues to inspire travelers. They remind us that travel is not only about famous places, but about discovering quiet corners where life feels real and meaningful. Whether nestled in mountains, resting by the sea, or hidden in the countryside, these villages invite us to slow down, look closely, and appreciate the simple beauty of the world around us. As this journey comes to an end, one thing becomes clear. Europe's true magic often lives far from busy streets and crowded landmarks. It lives in small towns where history whispers through stone walls, where nature shapes daily life, and where beauty is found in calm moments. These villages are not just destinations, they are experiences that stay with you long after the journey ends. Beyond Europe's famous capitals and crowded tourist routes lies a quieter, more intimate world made up of small towns and hidden villages. These places are where Europe reveals its most authentic character, shaped by local traditions, natural beauty, and centuries of history. In this journey through 25 stunning villages and small towns beyond the crowds, we explore destinations that offer peace, charm, and a deep sense of place. Our journey begins in lesser-known corners of Western Europe, where small towns rest quietly among vineyards, rivers, and rolling hills. In parts of France, villages appear almost untouched by time, with stone houses clustered around ancient churches and village squares. Life moves slowly here, locals greet each other by name, markets open in the morning with fresh bread and cheese, and afternoons are filled with soft conversations under shaded trees. These towns are not built for rush, they are built for living. In Spain and Portugal, hidden villages reveal a blend of history and warmth. White houses with red-tiled roofs glow under the sun, and narrow streets lead to peaceful plazas. Many of these towns sit on hills, offering wide views of valleys, olive groves, or the distant sea. Evenings are especially magical, when the heat fades and people gather outside to share food, stories, and laughter. These villages show how strong community bonds create a welcoming atmosphere for visitors. Italy's hidden gems go far beyond its famous cities. In the countryside, small towns rise from hills, surrounded by fields, vineyards, and ancient roads. Stone walls, old towers, and quiet lanes tell stories of past centuries. Here, traditions are part of everyday life. Local festivals celebrate harvests, saints, and seasons, while family-run restaurants serve dishes made from recipes passed down through generations. Visitors are not just observers, they become part of the rhythm of the town. Moving towards Central Europe, small towns offer a rich mix of cultures and landscapes. Villages in places like the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Austria feature colorful houses, historic squares, and peaceful rivers. These towns often escape large tourist crowds, allowing their true personality to shine. Walking through them feels calm and personal, as if the town is sharing its story with you alone. In Eastern Europe, some of the most beautiful villages remain hidden from mainstream travel guides. In Romania, Bulgaria, and Slovakia, rural villages are surrounded by forests, mountains, and open fields. Traditional homes, wooden fences, and handmade decorations reflect a strong connection to heritage. Life here follows the seasons closely. People grow their own food, celebrate ancient customs, and pass down skills that have survived for centuries. These villages offer a rare glimpse into a simpler way of life. Northern Europe's hidden towns bring a different kind of beauty, shaped by water, light, and silence. In Norway, small fishing villages sit along fjords, where steep cliffs meet calm water. In Finland and Sweden, lakeside towns and coastal villages offer endless summer days and peaceful winter nights. The design of these towns reflects simplicity and function, yet their surroundings make them unforgettable. Nature is never far away, and it plays a central role in daily life. What makes these villages and small towns special is the feeling they leave behind. There is no pressure to see everything or rush from place to place. Instead, you are invited to slow down, explore gently, and connect deeply. A walk through a quiet street, a conversation with a local shop owner, or a moment spent watching the landscape can become the highlight of the journey. These hidden gems also remind us of the importance of preserving local identity. While big cities often change quickly, small towns hold on to their traditions, architecture, and values. Visiting them supports local communities and helps keep these places alive. Travelers become part of a shared story, one that values respect, curiosity, and appreciation. Experiencing these destinations in 4K brings their details to life. The colors of old walls, the patterns of rooftops, the movement of water, and the play of light across landscapes create a powerful visual experience. It allows viewers to feel the calm, beauty, and authenticity of each place, even from afar. As we travel through these 25 hidden villages and small towns, we discover that Europe's true treasures are often found where few people look. These places may not appear on every travel list, but they offer something more valuable than popularity. They offer peace, character, and a sense of belonging. In a world that moves faster every day, these villages stand as reminders of a different rhythm of life. They teach us that beauty does not need attention to exist, and that the most meaningful experiences are often the quiet ones. Whether nestled in mountains, resting beside rivers, or hidden among fields and forests, these towns invite us to pause and truly see. As this journey comes to an end, one truth becomes clear. Europe's hidden gems are not just destinations on a map. They are living places where history, nature, and human connection come together. They stay with us not because they are loud or famous, but because they are real, peaceful, and deeply beautiful.